Oh my gosh, you guys. Like, I need wrestling companies to start throwing pay-per-views back to back. I have a life, outside of wrestling. This is my life. But hi, all you BC Wrestle nerds out there. And the TNA crew is here. The Takedown Troop is back in full effect. And we are here to give our predictions, about TNA's Under Siege, which is happening, well, at the time this video gets recorded, later this evening. It's kind of weird because we're doing predictions before the Go Home show, and then we'll be reviewing the Go Home show the day of the pay-per-view that's going on later that evening. It's a whole plethora of craziness. It's still a fantastic time. So we're not going to waste any time. So really quickly, how we're going to go about doing this is, at the time of this recording, we are going to go through the countdown pre-show matches, as well as what is on the Under Siege card, which is a lot of tag team matches, surprisingly, this time around, which is, you don't really see, but again, this was a quick 2-week turnaround. But thank gosh that Against All Odds is in June, and we have 5 weeks to build to that one, so thank goodness. So what we're going to do here is each of my lovely hosts earlier in the day received a Google form from me in order to make their predictions. So I have all their picks on a Google sheet. So what's going to end up happening is that we're going to make our predictions. We're going to review Against All Odds as soon as it's done airing the following day. And then we still got to figure out what happens to the loser with the worst record by the end of it. Who knows? Honestly, we have no shame, so we have to figure something out here. And I haven't told this to my co-host, but I kind of let it slip during the AEW boys. But we are doing a predictions league amongst all of the review teams. So everyone's going to be, the shows that they review are going to be participating in the leagues. So these two here are going to be participating with me in TNA and NXT, and then Andrew has the lovely luxury of also competing in the Ring of Honor bracket, which is kind of weird because there's only 3 pay-per-views a year for Ring of Honor. So that one is kind of like a weird special league. But like we are here, a bonus league. So we're going to see who the true predictions champ is for NXT and TNA between the 3 of us. I'm just going to let you guys know I'm uber competitive and I'm going to be petty. Pull a Mario Kart, throw banana peels along the way. It's going to be a fun time. Alrighty, I've gone on rambling long enough, so let's get into this. So, as of right now, we only have 1 countdown match scheduled for the countdown show to Under Siege. And it's not even a full-on match. We're only told half of the participants in said match. So, we are starting off that we got notified earlier in the week that the FBI is going to be having a match on the countdown show. And instead of who is going to win between Team A and Team B, the question is, do the FBI win their match? Yes and no. I'm picking yes because we're in Albany, New York, which is kind of FBI's territory. At least 2 of the 3 of them are from the area, so I don't know. Though Andrew brought up a good point that made me question a lot of things, but I'm sticking to my original gut. I'm picking FBI winning their match. Unless it is a debut of like a big ball team, I was like, oh, they're gonna get this. That's the only caveat. But sticking to my guns, this is the home turf for FBI, so I'm going to go off that logic and say that they pick up the win here.
Yeah, I initially want to say that the team that you announced is gonna be appearing is gonna win, but recently I've learned from that what they're really doing is they're put up their surprise debut or appearance or whatever, and I'm just going to start the whole prediction so that you all know. I'm going with the idea that this is going to be a night of heels, and like it's going to be a dark pay-per-view. So with that, no, I don't think that the FBI is going to win this match.
I don't know who they are, so I pick no.
So, fun fact, Will has been gone the last 2 weeks that we've kind of gotten FBI and TNA. So, to quickly fill you in, at least the man in the front, Guido, yes, that is his wrestling name. This is not a derogatory thing that we're calling him. His literal wrestling name is Guido. I don't need people taking out of context. He's like a TNA kind of original. He was in like a lot, like during the Jeff Jarrett era of TNA wrestling. Now he's back. Hella skinny though.
He was also in WWE with Nunzio. Yeah,
it was a weird time. But so I am the only one that picked yes. Everybody else picked no, but that is okay because that's what makes this prediction fun. Because I can end up doing amazing or I can do really, really bad. Check out our super card of
Stunner.
God, I was 50-50 the entire night. Thank God we didn't decide to do punishment for that one. Because I thought of the idea afterwards because I did so bad. I'm still fucking mad. JBL swept the board. That's neither here nor there. So as of right now, that's the only countdown match we have. Who knows? We'll probably get like 50 matches announced on the Go Home show, which is kind of ridiculous. But we're going to move on to our main card. So I'm going in order in which these matches were announced, but I'm saving what is touted to be our main event to the end. So let's start with our first match on the main card of when it got announced. This is for the X Division Championship. Mustafa Ali will be taking on either Trey Miguel or Ace Austin, depending on who wins the match on Thursday. The story behind this match is, last week on TNA, we had a ballot box battle where people were casting their votes. The Rascals stuffed the ballot box with like 50 extra votes for some reason, which is kind of funny to watch. But as we were tallying the results, Trey Miguel got a bunch of the votes, and the second place person with the most votes was Ace Austin. Everybody was arguing on who it was. Ali tried to not get the match to happen, but Santino had the brilliant idea that there would be a match this upcoming week. The winner of this match would go on to face Ali at Under Siege for the X Division Championship. We don't know who that is going to be, but to me personally, it does not matter because I have chosen Mustafa Ali to retain his championship. I think he's holding to this championship either to at least... Actually, I think he's losing it at Slammiversary because I have to remember, Against All Odds is in Ali's hometown of Chicago, so there is no way he's losing in Chicago in his home city. So I think Ali is holding this thing until Slammiversary. So Ali's retaining here in this match. Sorry, Trey Miguel and Ace Austin, I love you both, but there's no way you're winning this one.
Yeah, if Jake didn't dethrone Ali, I don't think he's losing it at this pay-per-view, so.
Yep, me too.
Sweet. Alrighty. So next we're going to get into the first match that has me torn. This is our intergender tag team match. And I say intergender, not mixed, because at least TNA lets the women and men fight each other. Equal rights, equal fight. What TNA is all about. But we have the team of PCO and our Knockouts champion Jordan Grace taking on the team of Steph DeLander and Khan. This match got set up through everything that happened during the Knockouts Championship match at Rebellion. Steph and the Good Hands tried to cheat their way into a victory, but it backfired because PCO came out to save Jordan, and then Khan came out to destroy PCO, and then Khan put his hands on Jordan, and him and the Good Hands almost gave a execution neckbreaker to Jordan before Sami Callahan stepped in to say it was a whole mess. It was a good mess. Check out our Rebellion review if you don't know what we're talking about, or go watch the pay-per-view yourself. It was fantastic. But literally, this is a grudge match, and so PCO and Jordan are going to be taking on Steph and Khan. I'm super excited that Steph is sticking around a little bit longer, so hopefully she stays past Under Siege. This one was tough for me, but I had to go with PCO and Jordan on this one, but that's because I couldn't find anything to see if Steph was going to stay past Under Siege. Because honestly, if she is, then I will give her the victory, but I couldn't find anything about her staying past Under Siege. So until I find out that news, I have to go with Jordan and PCO on this one, because this truly is Steph's last match in TNA this time around. Then Jordan and PCO are going to win. But I can easily argue of why Steph and PCO would win. So that way we get one more match between all four of these people individually too. But I'm going with Jordan and PCO.
Yeah, most of these I just picked the heels, but I think Steph DeLander and Khan win. We get a rematch between Steph and Jordan in a clean match. With, clean as in not a bunch of other people involved in it. But yeah, I agree. It could go either way, but that was how I made my choice.
I picked PCO and Jordan because I just went with my feelings.
Yes, it's sometimes hard to pick choices based on your heart. But speaking of making choices with some other parts, next we have our big hoss match of the whole entire night. Will is going to be a mess by the end of it. Because this is our big hoss match of the pay-per-view. Hammerstone versus Jake something.
Jake something all the way. Sorry. I'm just. I know.
No, it's okay. Tell us how you really feel.
Hammer something.
Yeah, please. I'd be okay with
That is their tag team name.
Yeah.
Hammer thing. Sunstone.
I like hammer
Honestly,
something.
we're gonna say what I was about to say for the After Dark After Dark podcast. Will's gonna get mad at me, but I'm picking Hammerstone on this one.
That's okay. You pick who you need to. It's all good.
I'm picking Hammerstone too. Again, I'm going with the heels. I feel like this is going to be the pay-per-view that knocks all of our heroes down for them to come back up at. And so I feel like we're going to see Jake have to come back from a couple of back-to-back losses. And Hammerstone just lost and he's a big commodity.
Yeah, that's the other reason why I picked Hammerstone to win too, because he just got out of the feud with Josh on the losing end of the trilogy. So I think him getting a win. Literally, this is the perfect opportunity to have our heroes lose. Because we literally have a pay-per-view called Against All Odds coming up too. Like that is beautiful writing in the making. So regardless of who wins, I'm excited because this will be big men slapping big meat all over this match. And not to mention too, Jake and Hammerstone are also quite agile when they want to too. So I'm expecting some powerhouse flips and dips and tricks. So this is going to be an exciting match. Okay, this one's a weird one because we kind of been hinting at this was going to happen. And I feel like they announced this match before we got confirmation that, the other team in this match is going to be an official team. But for the Knockouts World Tag Team Championships on the pay-per-view, not the Countdown show, thank goodness, we have Spitfire, which is Danny Luna and Jody Threat defending their titles against the team of Alicia Edwards and Masha Slamovich. This is a really weird team to be put together, but we've been teasing this relationship between Alicia and Masha for the last couple of weeks. So I would like to see Alicia have some gold, so therefore the system can hold a bunch of the gold. I don't think that Spitfire's losing here, so I'm going with Spitfire to retain their titles on this one.
Yeah, I don't want them to. And again, going with the heels, I think this is setting up the chance for what they've been talking about with the system controlling the titles. And I think this will be the beginning of them having all the titles, so that way we can build them up to lose them all. So I picked Alicia and Masha to win this. A lot.
I don't know what I picked. I don't remember. I'm like, wait a minute.
I got you.
Who did I pick?
It's a good thing that I kept everything.
I don't know if I have no clue.
MA Ultra.
MA Ultra.
Who did I pick?
I got you. Hold it.
Good, because I completely forgot.
You picked Spitfires just like I did. So
Okay.
Danny Luna and Jody.
I thought I did. I just was like, wait a minute. Maybe I did go with Alicia Edwards. I was like, wait, did I? I was like, I couldn't remember.
It's fantastic. So then we move on to a tag team match that was made official earlier this week, which I'm super excited for because not only I think all four of these individuals are going to put on a great show, but it also tells me that Eric Young is totally okay after what happened at Rebellion. So in this tag team match, we have Josh Alexander and Eric Young taking on the King of TNA, Frankie Kazarian, and Bag'em and Tag'em, Steve Macklin. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of surprised that we are Steve Macklin in this. I thought they would have given Mike Santana and him something to do, but maybe we're saving that for another time. But I think this is gonna be a phenomenal match. This one was also tough because you have Josh, who won the trilogy with Hammerstone, but Eric losing the Full Metal Mayhem match at Rebellion, Frankie winning the Full Metal Mayhem match at Rebellion, but Steve Macklin losing against Mike Santana at Rebellion. At the end of the day, though, again, this is 50-50, but I'm going to go with Josh and Eric. I think Eric should win this one because then Frankie and him can have one more match to kind of blow off the feud. So I'm going with Josh and Eric to win this one.
That's who I went with.
And I think at this point, who I went with Frankie and Steve, just because I feel, like I said, I think our heels are taking it. And honestly, most of these I initially picked the other picks. I just decided to go screw it, whatever, let's go with it. So, yeah, I'll either do
No,
really,
it can either help or hurt you.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
I'll either do really well or I won't.
It'll be really bad, but it's going to be a fun time regardless. So then we get into the final match as of now, until we get like 50 other matches announced on the Go Home show. But in our main event, it is going to be the System taking on the team of Broken Matt Hardy and Speedball Mountain. So originally, this was the System versus Nick Nemeth and Speedball Mountain. But then what happened is last week, after Nick's match with Eddie Edwards, the System attacked Nick by putting a chair on his neck. As me and Will covered that last week, like, the neck is probably injured. Which then TNA posted on Twitter a few minutes later with the follow-up video where the medical team said that, yeah, Nick's not cleared enough to fight at Under Siege. Which then they also posted the video onto the YouTubes and the Instagram earlier today. So then Broken Matt Hardy has stepped up to take Nick's place. Shout out to Nick Nemeth, who is your new AAA Mega Champion, by the way. Winning that title by beating Mr. Alberto Patron, and a title that Vikingo had to give up because he got injured and hurt. Man, that sucks. I was like, no! But shout out to Nick Nemeth for being the new AAA champion. We just need you to take the title off moves and we can get this belt collector gimmick started again. But also, I love Broken Matt Hardy. Trent Seven is now known as Senior 7, and the speed, and Speedball Mike Bailey is the speed of ball. Look, I think this is a goofy thing. I love Broken Matt Hardy, but I went with the heels. I picked the System to win. There's no way in hell that Broken Matt Hardy and Speedball Mountain win this one.
I did too. I went with the System as well.
Yeah, and this is what started me down that road, especially with the show. I think the System is just, they're too much in control right now. I'm picking the System for this one, but just, they want them to be on top right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, boys, as of right now, that's it. We've reached the end of predictions. Who knows what else we're going to? You want to make sure to tune into our review on Sunday the 4th to see if there was any other matches added. But thank you for tuning into this predictions video. Let us know in the comments who you picked for all these matches. And then let us know if we're right or wrong, and then tune into the review to see how good or how poorly we did in predictions. Because punishments are on the line. So I'm trying not to lose here. I play to win. But from all of us here at the Takedown Truth Review, thank you so much. And we'll see you for the Under Siege review later. Ta-ta for now.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's gonna happen next time? Well, you're gonna have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.